All right, all right, all right.
Welcome back.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Roland.
And I'm Dad.
Together we're
R.A.D. Movie Reviews. So we're back, and we went to the movies.
Yeah.
Right? Opening night?
Yeah, opening night.
Yeah.
And we saw Blue Beetle. It's a DC Avenger, a new one.
And I'm honestly just excited we got to an opening night. We keep catching them a few days later, which means our reviews are getting to you late. So yeah. I think it's cool that we finally got to an opening night, so we could get you a pretty early review. Some of you probably went and saw it.
We've been to most of the opening nights.
Yeah. Well, we tried. It's been a busy summer, so
yeah.
All right. So what'd you think? Blue Beetle. Your favorite? Is he your favorite superhero of all time?
No.
Did you ever even hear of Blue Beetle before this movie came out? No, me neither. So I'm not sure. I don't really know the history of Blue Beetle. I'm not sure.
They showed like stuff in the beginning. If you're checking out that.
Yeah, they try. It's obviously an older superhero because they showed like cartoon excerpts that look like they were from the 40s, 50s, or 60s or something like that. And so obviously this is a reboot of the Blue Beetle, of the past Blue Beetle. But I don't know. So was this DC or Marvel?
So this was DC. So we actually have the Justice League, of course, and we have like a lot of superheroes in that. And this was a new one, which I hope that they start doing some like stuff with him, part of the Justice League.
Yeah. So I don't know if the Blue Beetle was originally DC. I don't know if it's something that they purchased.
I don't know if they already came out with a movie. I thought this was the first movie.
Well, it was the first movie, but I think they were alluding to some old comic books of the Blue Beetle. So DC, this may have been an old superhero that just didn't get a lot of love. And I think DC, we were talking about it after the movie. So Marvel has hundreds of characters. We even have, check this out. So just to give you an idea, these are some of the characters that Marvel has. Well, here, let's put you in there. There. Now, if we can get... So they've got hundreds of characters in Marvel. This poster doesn't even cover it. And then when you think of DC, what superheroes? Let's just name them for the DC superheroes.
So starting off with Batman, Superman. I'm going from the Justice League. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash,
Aquaman.
Green Lantern, Aquaman, Shazam, which he's DC. We just got Blue Beetle. He's a new DC.
So basically, DC has like
Green
10 or 15 superheroes, and Marvel has hundreds of them. So I think DC is trying to just introduce more characters, and the Blue Beetle just happens to be the newest one, right? So what was the movie about? Obviously, it's about the Blue Beetle.
So it's about this like Mexican family that their son goes to like this CIA type building, and he finds this robotic bug, which so he actually
it's like an alien. It's an alien robot bug.
So he goes to this secret CIA lab, and he meets this other girl that.
So it's not the CIA though; it's the Korg, right?
Yeah.
Korg lab.
So this lady's infiltrating a secret, it's something that she doesn't want them to, like, open. She doesn't want them to look at it. Or
so can I add in a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the Korg family is divided. Half of Korg family is evil. The other half is good, and they have this internal family battle. The main star, which we'll get to their names here in a second. She's trying to she's trying to harness the power of this alien beetle, robot beetle. It's, what did they call it? A chalice? Not a chalice. Was it a chalice or something like that? They named it. They found it like in Egyptian times or something, and she had it. She was trying to harness the power, and meanwhile, the good part of their family is the daughter of the missing family member. She's the only good one, and she's trying to stop her evil aunt from ruining the world using the power. Right?
So yeah, so it's like this robot bug that if they look at it, it will grow. So they so
Well,
the main
it
star
doesn't grow; it attaches itself
Yeah,
to something like a host.
So the main star actually looks at it and it forms him into this robot, like, I don't know, Cyclops superhero.
Well, he turns into a bug superhero is
Yeah.
what he does. It becomes part of him and it starts to join
Yeah.
into him. So let's go over the cast here. So
All right.
so I think
Hold on.
I'm talking
say-
I'm talking while you're looking. So you look it up.
I'm gonna say the first.
I know,
one.
but I'm going to say this. So I think one of the reasons why you enjoyed the movie is because of the main star, right?
Yes.
Okay, who's the main star?
So I don't know his last name.
Let's see if we can say it and not butcher it. So.
Hold on.
Okay.
But so.
Well, let's say the name. Let me try.
Okay, so
you try it first.
So, everyone knows him by Sholo, and he actually plays a really big part from the TV show series on Netflix that's Cobra Kai.
Which he loves, by the way. He loves Cobra Kai. So that, and the main star of this movie is the main star.
And
so I want to hear you say his name.
His first name is Sholo. His last name is. I'm gonna mess this up
Well, just
so
try.
bad.
Try.
Maraduna.
Okay. So I'm gonna say his name as it's spelled. It's Xolo. So his name is Xolo. Xolo.
It's spelled Sholo.
I know, but it's X. Your phone. Get back on there. Okay, and then the last name. Oh, what'd you do? No, don't start it over. Just go back to your internet, wherever you were. We lost it, guys. Bear with us. You should have an open... There we go. Cast. Okay, so I'm going to sound out. So the first name is Xolo, Xolo, and the last name is Maraduena. But he says it's Sholo?
Yeah, people call him Sholo.
Yeah. So now that we've butchered his name, he's actually a good actor. I'll give him that. I think he did a good job.
So this is actually his second big career since he's got older.
Well, his part, not career, his part. Like movie part. So, and let me ask you a question. So in the movie, was there anything cool about him that was similar to Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Which was what?
So, no spoilers, but there is, it's the first fight scene where it's a 1v1. He's up against the main bad guy, and he...
And who's the main bad guy? Let's say his name. He should be down there. I think it's this guy right here.
No, that's the dad. But...
Oh, that's the dad card. Huh? He's not even on here. That's weird.
Unless that's him. So.
I don't know if that's him. Maybe. So he was really in makeup, so it's hard to tell. But I think maybe his name may have been Raul Trujillo. Yeah, Carapax. That's it. Conrad Carapax, because she kept calling him Carapax. So that's the bad guy.
And so they do
one of the bad guys.
So they do fight. This is the very first fight scene, and the actor that plays Miguel from Cobra Kai, Sholo, he actually does the flying tornado kick.
Yeah. So
It's
what was
pretty
cool about it is you could see that they used a lot of his training because the kids that played in Cobra Kai get a lot of karate training.
And I'm actually so. They have a behind the scenes for Cobra Kai, and he's actually pretty. He's getting better at martial arts.
Yeah. So he used his training for martial arts in the fight scenes in Blue Beetle, and I actually thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So did you like that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the other bad guy. Let's talk about the other bad guy. So the other bad guy was Susan Sarandon, which is weird that she's an older actress. She's had a lot of great movies. But most of you probably wouldn't know it. But so
Victoria Cord.
Yeah, and that's played by Susan Sarandon, and she is the other half of the Korg family, right? Is that what it's? Is it Korg?
Yeah, I only thought there was one Cord.
Cord. I'm sorry, not Korg. Cord. Kord. Cord. So, and then her niece, the brother is gone, and her niece is played by Bruno Marquezine, very pretty gal. I didn't recognize her from anything, did you?
No, but I liked her actor very much.
She looked familiar, but I couldn't place her, so I'm sure we could look it up and find out.
And then, the actor that plays Blue Beetle, Cholo, his uncle is plays George Lopez.
No, that's the actor is George Lopez. He plays Uncle Rudy.
Rudy Reyes.
And then his sister, so Cholo, or let's just say the Blue Beetle. So his name was Jimmy, or Jamie, but they called him Jimmy. So Jimmy's sister was Belisa.
No, his name was Jamie.
I know, but they kept calling him Jimmy. They would pronounce it Jimmy. So his sister is played by Belosa Escobedo, and she looked familiar also, but I couldn't place her. And then his dad was Damien Alcazar. He played Jimmy's dad. And then the mom was... we're going to really mess this one up. No, that was the grandma. The mom was this gal right here.
No.
Yeah.
That was I thought that was the villain's mom.
No, that's... So I'm going to try this one. Elpidia Carrillo. And then he had his grandma, who I think she was playing a much older part because she looks young here. But that's Adriana Barraza. So a lot of Hispanic actors in this and actresses. And I think they all did a good part.
Yeah.
George Lopez is hilarious, I think. He kind of plays the crazy, funny uncle. And he did a good job. Don't you think?
Yeah. So
let's talk about our favorite scenes.
We can add a little bit on this time. We want to, because this is
what do you mean? No, we don't need to go through the. Let's just talk about our favorite scenes. So what was your favorite scene? Remember, we don't want to give away the movie too much.
Well, it's rating
scene?
Time, and then we'll talk.
No, let's talk about our favorite scenes first. We'll do the rating last.
Okay. So.
Did you even think about a favorite scene?
I don't know. So. I actually. I liked the movie bits and parts, but then there was like good parts and bad parts of that. So.
But what was your favorite part? If you don't have one, you can say you don't have one. That's fine.
I'm trying to think real quick.
Well, while you're thinking, can I say my favorite part?
Sure.
So my favorite part's going to be a little corny here, guys. But I'm the dad, so I can say this. But ironically, with all the action and all the stunt scenes and all that, my favorite part was actually the scene with the Blue Beetle, Jamie or Jimmy, however the parents said, when he is sitting with his father. He's actually sitting with his father, and he's talking about life and I know this is kind of boring to you younger kids, but I just think it's a wonderful scene. His dad's giving advice. He's talking about family being the most important thing, and
Yeah.
so I know that sounds corny, but
Yeah.
I actually loved that part. I thought it was really I thought it was the best scene in the whole movie. So
So I would have to say that, like, I had a lot of favorite scenes because all the action-packed scenes, of course, and then yeah, I don't really have a favorite scene.
Yeah.
So
okay. What about your least favorite? Can you pick out a least favorite? Boy, I guess I thought about this more than he did. While he's thinking, mine wasn't a scene, okay? My least favorite thing about the movie, and it's going to be a dig, but I didn't like Susan Sarandon. I didn't like the aunt, the cord, the bad cord, the main bad person, the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought Susan Sarandon did a horrible part. She was wrong for that whole part. Maybe I've typecast her in the past or something like that.
Well, technically, all the other actors were Hispanic actors.
No, I know it wasn't that so much. I thought that she wasn't right for the part. She's not scary. She doesn't act evil. I just thought she was the wrong person for the part, and so her whole part in the whole movie ruined that for me. So.
Yeah. All right, ratings. Or
sure.
Do you want to talk a little bit more?
No, we can do ratings.
All right.
So let's talk about, just for those of you.
I'm gonna do mine first.
Hold on. For those of you who never tuned into our ratings, this is the way we do it. If we love the movie, we give it a full thumbs up.
Yes.
If we like the movie a lot, we give it a half a thumbs up. If it was just okay and it was cool but it wasn't great, we give it a fist bump. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we flip it over and we do an upside down, half a thumbs down. And that's if we didn't really like it. If we really...
So, what I was saying in the other one, which he was surprised, is 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100.
100%. So, and if we just totally didn't like the movie, we do a full thumbs down.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, go. What are you going to give it?
Okay, so this is going to be, like, pretty good of an answer. If you watch the movie, you'll probably think the same way I'm thinking if you're a kid and you enjoy, like, action-packed movies, but then movies that you sometimes don't really know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I enjoyed all action-packed scenes. I enjoyed other scenes. I didn't enjoy other scenes. So it's like just like so much like good stuff, but then bad stuff. So that's why I'm giving it a fist bump.
Just a fist bump, huh?
Yes.
Well, so what's funny is he's not saying it, but what I thought he was going to say for his least favorite part, and maybe why he's only just given it a fist bump, is a very large portion of the movie was in Spanish. And so...
I actually did read most of it.
Right, I get that, but so the movie is in, I just forgot the name of it, where they write it at the bottom.
Yeah.
There's a name for it, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's late right now, but, so I thought because a large portion of the movie was spoken in Spanish, if you don't speak Spanish...
I'm yawning.
If you don't speak Spanish, you have to stop watching the movie and read what they're saying. And I honestly thought that was going to be
That's why
frustrating
one of the
for
reasons, if you get it on DVD when it comes out, you'll definitely want to like pause the movie to read if you...
Or learn Spanish. You can between now and the time you watch the movie, you can learn to speak Spanish,
yes.
Right? Okay. All right, so my rating, half a thumbs down. Half a thumbs down, guys. Not a full thumbs down, half a thumbs down.
All right.
And let me explain why. Again, I didn't like Susan Sarandon. I thought she was horrible in the movie. And I think she's a good actress. So if Miss Sarandon, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Leave a comment just so I know that you watch this, but I'm sorry. I think you're a great actress. I've seen you in other movies like Stepmother or Stepmom. I thought you were amazing. This movie, it just wasn't for you. So, what I didn't like, although I like George Lopez, he was hilarious in the movie. I thought it was interesting that somehow he and the rest of the family members had all of this talent. They could pick up electronics and machines, and somehow this kid's falling asleep. But somehow they were able to do all this stuff without ever even having any training. So that was frustrating. The CG, some of the CG was really good, and some of it was really bad. It was not like it was all mediocre. Some of it was really good, and some of it was really bad.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else can I complain about? If you have any sort of seizures, be careful watching this movie, because it's flashing lights through the whole thing. A lot of the fight scenes are in the dark, and there's flashing lights, and I don't have seizures
and whatnot.
Yeah, but I thought it was really busy and hard to watch. May have been where we were sitting. So, and then what was my last thing that I didn't like? There was one other thing I didn't like. No, I don't know. That was it. I'm gonna give it a half a thumbs down. To be honest with you, if we'd never rented it on Redbox, I'd be okay with it.
I'm gonna ask you. So, did you enjoy it? Sholo's superhero part.
I actually enjoyed his performance, and this is Jimmy, the main star, the Blue Beetle. I thought he was good. I think he was actually the best actor in the whole movie, and that's even putting him up against Susan Sarandon.
Sholo, if you're watching this, good job for this movie.
Leave a comment so he knows. But yeah, that's it was an okay movie. I was slightly entertained through the movie, but to be honest with you, by the time the movie was over, I was ready to get out and go home. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a walkout. I've walked out of movies. I wouldn't walk out of this.
Yeah.
So that's what. So we've got a single fist bump and a half a thumbs down for me.
I just keep yawning.
A couple things before we go to the finished credits. Now I got to talk about the parent side. So parents, if you're listening to this. There is a few bad words in the movie. Not a ton. I think I counted 5 or 6. They were slightly unnecessary, but they were there. There wasn't any adult content that was anything to bring to anybody's attention.
Yeah.
There are a couple scenes where... So every time Jimmy turns into the Blue Beetle, his clothes burn off of him.
So same like the Flash movie.
Yeah. Well, his fall off. His fall off because he's going too fast.
Well, no, they burn off too.
I thought they just fell off because he was so quick. But so Cholo's or Jimmy's clothes burn off of him. So every time he turns back in,
you can't call him Cholo either.
Yeah. So anytime he turns back into his Jimmy character, he doesn't have any clothes on. They don't really show anything, but you obviously know that he forgot to wear fireproof underwear that day, if that makes sense. But they don't show anything. So be careful if you are, like I said, if you have kids who may be disturbed by flashing lights and stuff like that. And I'm going to say something. Here, let me ask you this. Age. What ages do you think would be good to go to this movie? That's something we like to talk about. We didn't say that this time. So what? Was it good for your age?
Basically.
And he's 12, by the way. Almost 13.
So, I'm going to say this. I would say, like, maybe 10 or 9 and up.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm not going to give it an age. If your kids can't read, they're not going to enjoy this movie. And I remember what it's called. It's called subtitles. I don't know why I forgot that. But if your children can't read subtitles, they're not going to enjoy the movie. They're not even going to understand what's going on. Because
unless what I was thinking is, if you didn't want to read any of the things, you can just watch the movie.
I get that, but
it's just not going to be as good.
I would venture to say a fifth to a quarter of the movie is spoken in Spanish. And you have to read subtitles, and if you're a kid and if you either can't read or you can't read fast, you're going to miss what they're saying. So that's the things. if you're a superhero fan, you know, and you're an adult and you can read fast, go watch it, enjoy it. I'm sure we're gonna see Blue Beetle join up in one of the DCs.
Yeah,
later,
I hope so. I hope so. And
okay,
I hope it stays Sholo because he did play a good character.
Okay, so last thing, credit scenes. Are we sitting through them?
So if I would say so, I don't remember. I think like maybe the first
Well, let's tell them how many credit scenes there are.
So there's 2 credit scenes.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna say this from my part. The few first minutes through the credits, there's the first credit scene. I recommend listening to the first credit scene. There's not really anything to watch. You mostly have to listen to what's going on. And probably leave after that. The second one's not worth it.
You have to sit through all the rest of the credits to the very end to see the last credit scene.
It's not worth it.
And it's probably not worth it. So
it's not worth it.
Grab your kids, head out, get to the arcade before they close. They closed before we got to it. So
yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Go see it, or should they wait till Redbox?
Definitely go see it.
I say wait till Redbox, but that's just me. I don't think it was worth it. It was okay. Like I said, it was okay.
If you're Avengers, if you're like a Marvel or DC fan, go see it. It's a good movie.
All right, so that's it. We're home late. It's midnight. We're gonna go to bed. We'll see you in the next one. Oh, what? Do we have any movies coming up? Just real quick.
Okay,
this is a long video, so what do we got coming up? Anything?
So we have
Paw Patrol movie. Paw Patrol movie coming soon. I'm gonna take him.
No.
Okay, maybe I'll take his little brother. I don't know. So.
Okay.
All right, let's call it. We off the top of our head, we're tired. We don't remember what's coming out next, but we're gonna go see another movie soon. We'll get you another review soon.
Maybe Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh yeah, new Trolls coming out. Do us a favor. Hey, if you guys are enjoying this is his channel. I know I talk a lot, but it's his channel.
It's my channel.
Subscribe. Hit the like button on this video.
Comment
and if sometimes you can comment on our views. Sometimes you can't. If you can comment on it, get on there and comment. Let us know what you thought. All right?
All right.
Is that it?
Yep.
All right. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.